Hello there, my YouTube babies. I have a story to tell you all how I followed the law of attraction. Really, it's not the law of attraction, it's really you. But when you tune in and you align yourself, you see the most beautiful things. Like, you get to see life through God's eyes. Like, you get to walk through your day and understand your day and enjoy your day and have fun. But anyway, I don't want to keep y'all waiting, but I had this taste for meatloaf, right? I had a real strong taste for meatloaf. A couple of days before I had the taste for meatloaf, I was standing on the back porch. On my back porch is full of nature. I know that I am connected to everything, and I know that the breeze exhales so I can inhale. So I'm out there doing my breathing and everything. And then I just start thinking to myself, and you're supposed to have conversations with yourself because there's a little man inside of there listening. Boy, he love to listen and eavesdropping everything. He hear everything and know everything that's going on. So I was out there thinking, saying to myself, it sure would be nice to meet somebody like me, like a person that's had a heart transplant, somebody I can bounce my ideas off of, like somebody I can have something in common with. I'm like, how? What is the percentage of me finding somebody with a heart transplant like me, right? So I left it alone. I just thought that how nice it would be just to see somebody that has went through the same stuff I've been through, like spiritually, physically, like the same thing. So I can say some of this stuff that's inside of me and somebody can get what the heck I'm saying, right? So I had a taste for meatloaf. I go to the grocery store. I said, I'm gonna make me some meatloaf. Y'all, I can't even eat. Like, my digestive system is all over the place. I'm not even eating meat really, but for some reason I wanted meatloaf. So I get to the grocery store. I get all the ingredients for the meatloaf. Then all of a sudden I get a mind change. Said, no, don't make meatloaf, make lasagna. I'm like, but I wanted meatloaf. And the little voice said, no, make lasagna. Then my kids start saying, we want lasagna. I'm like, did y'all hear that too? Like, was y'all listening inside my mind? Like, okay, so we had been looking at this recipe where you take the lasagna noodles, the round ones, and you stuff them. Man, I made a little recipe and everything. It's all cool with it. I left the meatloaf thing alone. Go down the street the next day. It's a restaurant that I've been wanting to eat at for the longest. Every time I go there, the restaurant is closed. So I'm like, okay. This time I rolled by, the restaurant was open. I said, man, I got a feeling that food in there is so good. I just had that feeling. So I go in there, and they got this big old sign with the menu, and the big menu, the meal of the day, the special of the day is meatloaf. Biggest day, meatloaf. But I was too early. They was serving breakfast. So I started asking the people in there how good the food was. I'm like that. So they was like, man, you just got to catch this place open, boy. This food is the bomb. This food is good. I'm like, okay, so fine. So what time do lunch start? He was like, come back around by 11:30, 12 o'clock. I got you. I said, okay, I'm coming back for some meatloaf. So I started getting the meatloaf taste. The meatloaf taste. Oh, it was getting so strong in my mouth. So by the time I did my running around, I came back. I'm like, hey, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I want me some meatloaf. Let me get the meatloaf. He said, baby, we just sold the last piece of meatloaf. The disappointment inside my heart just went deep. I'm like, man, what is it with this meatloaf? I gotta have me a piece of meatloaf. Like, I need to taste a piece of meatloaf. So he said, well, I just sold that piece of meatloaf to this little lady over there. So I looked at her. I said, so her little butt got my last little piece of meatloaf and everything. So we sitting at the table laughing, and I'm still staring at that lady meatloaf like, she got the last piece of meatloaf. So she gets up and goes somewhere. I think she went to the bathroom. Her husband started talking. So he started talking about they just built the house and everything. So me and my old man, we sitting at the table. So I asked the old man, how stressful is it building a house from the ground up? He was like, man, I don't know. You got to ask my wife. My wife deal with stuff like that. I can't talk to people. I'm bipolar. Like, I can't handle people. So he said, there she goes. She been in the corner right there. She went to the bathroom. He said, we celebrate her 1 year heart transplant today. Man, you talking about happy. I knew that was for me. That it wasn't even about the meatloaf. Man, when that little lady bent in the corner, I jumped up. I grabbed her. She had no idea who I was. No idea. I'm like, oh my God, you just like me. Oh, I love you. I love you so much. Oh, it's so happy to meet you. I got a heart transplant too. Man, the conversation, the connection, the experiences, the spiritual things that went on behind the scenes. She had the exact same stories I had, and it was all for meatloaf, and it wasn't about meatloaf. So what I'm telling y'all is this. God's speech universal. Stop expecting God to look like something, sound like something. He's everything. He could be a billboard. He could be a commercial. He could be a little child playing in the park. He could be a word on somebody's shirt. But you have conversations inside of yourself, and these things that really concern you, things that you really like to see. Test yourself. Try the spirit by the spirit and prove that you are God. But now I got a friend. And she's a pastor. She's a pastor of the church. But see, it ain't like what everybody think. And she haven't made up her mind yet whether she want to join the church. But she attending church because she's starting to question some things because they taught us wrong, y'all. But my whole thing, well, my time running out. But my whole thing was just following your senses. When you get your outer senses and your inner senses, I guess like to be on one accord, you can kind of like follow things like you follow your taste buds. If your mouth say you want some, go get it. It might be somebody in there that you need to see. That's how God talks to you. But anyway, I'm finna get ready to go. But I just wanted to tell y'all that I love y'all, and I hope this video helps somebody. I got so much stuff inside of me to share with y'all. I'll be back on another one because I got a lot of good stuff. I love y'all. And shout out to Meatloaf. Now I gotta figure out how to cut this off. I still ain't figured out how to cut this off. I guess it'll cut off eventually, right? How do you cut it off? Okay. I love y'all.